Boys, we got breaking news here. Sounds like Tom Brady has retired from the NFL officially.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. Like, you only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
So Tom Brady is officially retiring again. I think, just off the cuff, first take, first thought, first reaction, he's done. He's done.
I mean, you can't come back out again.
You can't do it again. You can't do it again. Well, we say that, and then you see what Brett Favre did, and Michael Jordan. And it is fair to compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan. I'm sorry. Write me a letter, all right, so I can have something to blow my nose with. But when it comes down to Tom Brady, this has to be it, right? Not only it affected your on-field play, it affected your off-the-field play. I mean, Giselle's out there hanging out with personal trainers, and you're over here worried about football for the 73rd straight year. Look, I love football as much as anybody, okay? As much as anybody that has ever lived. But at some point, there's an expiration date on everybody's career. I don't care how many leaves you eat or how much water you drink or whatever diet you're on. Eventually, there's an expiration date for every player. I hope for Tom Brady's sake that this is finally it, that it's done. You didn't end your career in a winning regular season, but you did win the division. You can hang your hat on that. Now you and Gronk can go just be in every commercial ever of all time.
This is just so strange to me. I just don't know why. Why now? Why now? I mean, it's not like you watch Tom Brady. It's not like he's losing any arm strength, right? His arm's still alive, right? I like, you have situations on multiple teams where you can walk in and be good enough to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just listened to the video, guys, here on mute. And, yep, officially he retired. He's on a beach. He said, I'm not going to be long-winded. I just want to share directly with you guys. Thank you for everything. I'm retiring from the NFL. I'm not going to send out some long post. I used mine up last year. So looks like it's official from Tom Brady's mouth here.
Yeah, well,
wow.
I think it is. Like I said, I think he is done. Congratulations to him on the greatest football career a quarterback's ever had. I mean, I don't know another way to put it. Let's just let it be done this time. Let it be done this time. Don't be the person that gets married 6 times.
So how early do we see Tom on the TV screen broadcasting games?
What you put?
Look,
Tom
as
Brady
early as he wants, man. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. I hate this for him because he came back for this season and had all of the personal drama with getting divorced and everything, and then to come back and have his only losing season in the NFL. I thought maybe he had one more run in him. People were talking about going to a different team. I don't know. It's just I'm disappointed, but you look back, 7 Super Bowls, more Super Bowl wins than any single franchise in NFL history. That stat alone should say everything you need to know.
Well, I'm starting to think maybe that trade for the Saints and Broncos was really a 3-way trade with the Broncos, the Saints, and Fox.
Yeah.
Because Sean Payton goes to the Broncos to be the head coach. The Saints get rid of it and get picks. Fox now gets Tom Brady to come take the place of Sean Payton.
They need a guy. And what a way to replace Sean Payton.
That just doesn't seem coincidental.
Then the GOAT, Tom Brady. I mean, Fox, you're making Kevin Costner moves.
You're making Kevin Costner, Vontae Mack, no matter what.
I mean, is this the biggest pre-draft trade we've seen in a while?
What, you want to hear something? You want to hear a crazy stat, Cone? Do you know? Here's some notable coaches that have been traded: Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, Sean Payton, Mike Holmgren, Herm Edwards. It's amazing how many coaches have been traded.
I didn't know Mike Holmgren.
Yep, Mike Holmgren got traded as well. So, and there's been other coaches that have been traded, but those are like John Gruden was traded. I mean, we've had some high-profile coaching trades.
That is true.
Yeah, well, it just blows. Think of the teams he could have walked into. The Raiders,
but I think
good enough. 49ers, good enough. Miami, good enough. If there's going to be this is going to be your I said 49ers. This is going to be your last year. After that, after getting killed in the playoffs for the Cowboys. We're going to go out like this.
You did win the division, though.
You're going to go out in a terrible division.
Well, you still won it.
Like this. I thought you could have another one. I guess I'm being greedy. This is me being greedy with Tom Brady. You're seeing it live in action. But you could have walked into some phenomenal rosters. Aaron Rodgers is like.
I was just about to bring up Aaron Rodgers' name. Like now, it's a lot more interesting what happens with Aaron Rodgers. They both can't retire in the same season.
Yeah, another piece off the board. Another piece of that. Just the leverage for Aaron Rodgers just continues to go up. But speaking about leverage, let's go to the Booster Club.
Let's go to Tyler Jarvis, actually the king of leverage.
T-Jar.
Yeah, T-Jar. I like that. $20 donation. Appreciate it, Tyler. Says, I don't want to spread rumors. That's usually what you say right before you start spreading rumors.
Spread it.
Which is great. He said a couple of months ago, asked for the help of David Michigan to get rid of Miami's offensive coordinator. Last week, Cohn wasn't there, and Gaddis was gone. I'm just saying, look, thank you, David Cohn.
Why won't he take a lie detector test?
Yeah.
Why won't he take
go to
a
Rainbow
lie
Land,
detector
David?
Test?
Why don't you go to Rainbow Land?
I'm not going, and you can't make me, but Josh Gaddis out of Miami.
Man, Josh Gaddis talking about going from the penthouse to the outhouse pretty quick.
What did T-Bob call Mario yesterday?
Our friend T-Bob.
Christofraud?
Yeah, he called him Mario Christofraud.
That was hilarious.
I got a bone to pick with T-Bob on that.
That was hilarious.
So he's right to my left. So
let's go to Jacob Lovelace with a $2 donation. He says, does Max want to do karate in the garage? Look, we got to make sure next time we see Max, like, look, Jacob loves you, man.
Oh, for sure. We're going to tell him, but we'll see him later today. I'm like, hey, man, Jacob Loveless, y'all are boys now, right?
Yeah, been boys for a minute. Let's go to Nate State with the $5 donation. Got to hit on what we hit on earlier. Sean Payton accepts coaching job. Brady steps in at Fox.
Yo, for sure. That's what I'm saying. We're on the same wavelength. It's not coincidental to me. These people have a lot of money and they make major moves. It's just, I don't think this is surprise M. Night Shyamalan ending. I think I can follow the bouncing balls on this one.
Let's go to Justice Decker. He says, I was 10 when Tom Brady's rookie year. He says, now I'm 32 with kids.
Yeah, well, imagine how old he is. Again, he's a couple years away from his AARP card.
Let's go to Cal Kenny. What's up, Cal?
Yeah.
See, this last year for Brady will be like Jordan's in with the Wizards. The memory of it will just fade into non-existence.
But the Wizards didn't win anything, though, unless I'm mistaken. They didn't win anything. They never won their division or won their side of the league. They just had Michael Jordan. That was it. Tom Brady and them at least won the division. I mean, it wasn't all horrible. It wasn't a great season, especially by Tom Brady's standards, but it wasn't like he Russell Wilson the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he already won in Tampa Bay. Nobody thought this guy could leave New England and win another Super Bowl, especially not going to Tampa Bay,
Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not beat around the bush, Cone. This came down to Bill Belichick versus Tom Brady. Who needs who more? Who's more important? And right now, with Tom Brady retiring, now that he's done, you won forever, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like taking your ball and going home. At some point, you just take the ball and go home. Now there's no more comparisons anymore. That's it. Tom's not playing anymore. You can say, I don't think Bill and them are going to win another one. So if Tom Brady retires right now, he wins. You won the game. This is all Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
You won your Game of Thrones, Tom Brady.
That's why the Sean Payton situation is very interesting. Sean Payton without Drew Brees, can Russell Wilson rekindle some of that magic?
Let's really think about this. Name a head coach in the NFL that has had a lot of success or has been to the mountaintop, even just once, but multiple times. Let's say coaches that have had a chance to win it multiple times. Those coaches are tied to a quarterback. Right? There's very few coaches that have been able to go through cycles of different quarterbacks and win at the NFL level. Typically, you ride with the horse that you rode in on. Mm-hmm. With Bill Belichick, it's Tom Brady. With Sean Payton, it's Drew Brees. I can go down the list of teams that have had success and won Super Bowls, and you can marry up big-time head coach typically with big-time quarterback, right? Mike Tomlin, Ben Roethlisberger. Like I can go down. You have to have that. It's like you need every superhero needs a sidekick. The question is, who's the superhero and who's the sidekick?
All right, let's go to Ratchet Dewan. He wants to know how many days until Brady announced he's coming out of retirement.
I think it's done. I think he's actually done with it. I think he's actually done. But right now is the easiest time to retire.
How bored do you get?
Right now is the easiest time to retire. It's right after the end of the season. You don't have those juices flowing for next year. I mean, you got to go get your parts put back together when you're that old. I think right now it's a lot easier. Not saying it's easy, but it's a lot easier than it's going to be all of a sudden when guys start reporting to camp. and they're going through the things that you're not going through, and you're watching Samurai Jack while they're over there getting ready to, get ready for the year and get ready for OTAs. That's when guys typically are able to not stay out of retirement because you missed the routine of it a lot. I use this analogy all the time, or this comparison. We see people in the workforce all the time that work for so long, they're really old, then they retire, and they pass away within 2 or 3 years because a lot of them have nothing to do, or they lose their significant other. So at the end of the day, it is something that is a part of you. It is a way of life, and it is kind of who you are. So when you lose that is a big part that is getting taken away.
Well, I mean, this creature's a habit. I think he still's got some. I don't know Tom Brady. I'm not going to call him after this, and we're going to talk about how he feels after a game, how his body feels, or anything like that, where he is mentally. But from what I saw from last year, at the end of those games, I thought he still had some in the tank. Well, I really thought he still had some in the tank, especially the way his arm looks.
Well, I think it's a lot more about the other parts of the game than it is his arm.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I think it's more than that. Obviously taking the hits and taking that beating. He was different moving inside of the pocket than he has ever been before, in my opinion, this year. I feel like he is as fragile as he's ever been because guess what? He is as old as today is the oldest Tom Brady's ever been. He's not getting any younger. That's kind of how it is.